Hey everyone, Manero here, and in this video, I'm going to reveal what my art challenge and Procreate freebies for the month of February are going to be about. So let's jump right into it. But first I want to say thank you to everyone who participated on last month's challenge. It was a lot of fun seeing all the awesome submissions and the amazing sense of community you guys helped create by liking, sharing, and commenting on other artists' submissions. You can search by the hashtag Manero challenge on Instagram and Twitter, but mostly on Instagram, to check all the incredible artworks and give their creators some love. If you don't know what my challenge of the month is, basically I provide you with a free and exclusive Procreate brush every month, a color palette, and an art prompt. The challenge is to draw or paint something based on the prompt, using only the brush and the color palette provided. To join the fun, you can post your art on social media using the hashtags Manero brushes and Manero challenge, and feel free to include this image in your post. I will be sharing your awesome creations with my audience. You can find the link to download these freebies in the description below. The prompt for February is mid-century cartoon. I made this month's brush and the limited color palette for this challenge, thinking on this specific cartoony style from the late 40s, 50s and 60s. I personally like this style a lot and find it very cool, and the nice thing is that you can gather inspiration from the original materials you can find online, or from contemporary artists that also base their work on mid-century cartoons. I think a strong example of this type of art is Derek Yaniger, whose work I absolutely admire. This month's brush is great because it allows you to get different type of strokes and textures depending on how big or small you set the size. So for example, you can use a smaller size to do line art and a bigger size to add flat colors that have a nice texture to it. I'm going to start by using a very small size of the brush to get very thin lines, and I'm going to do a quick sketch. You can't see them in the video, but I have a bunch of mid-century styled illustrations on my computer screen that I'm looking at from time to time to gather inspiration, and so that I don't deviate from the style I want to achieve. My idea for this illustration is an astronaut floating in space, with the spaceship in the background, and he is reaching with his hand to pick up a star. I thought it was a cute idea that would really look great in this mid-century style. I think when it comes to this specific style, drawing good shapes is a must. It is the main aspect that gives it so much visual appeal. You can see that sometimes I even use the wrapping tool to manipulate the shapes to help me get where I want. I'm also allowing myself to explore different shapes and possibilities for the head and the facial features. Another thing that is very characteristic of mid-century cartoons is the particular way of drawing some specific shapes, like the stars. These type of stars made out of lines and a dot at the end of the tips are a part of that language, and by using them, it adds to the flavor I'm looking for. The second step is to lower the opacity of my sketch, and on a layer on top, I start inking. During this stage, my focus is on refining my lines and shapes. I'm trying to be as organic and dynamic as I can, and also I'm not afraid to take advantage of the quick shape tool in Procreate if I need to, or to use the eraser tool to help me refine my lines. Before I start coloring my illustration, I thought it would be cool if for the background I did a big blob of color to represent the space behind the character, and then I would move all the stars and planets inside that shape. As you can see, I took my time until I got the shape I wanted, and then I filled it with blue. Speaking of blue, you probably have noticed that this month's palette only consists of 4 colors. This is absolutely intentional. Mid-century cartoons frequently benefited from using a very limited color palette, and modern artists working in this style continue to do so. Having to work with a limited palette is great for your artistic brain, and it can really boost your creativity. After I have selected and blocked all the main shapes of my drawing by using the selection tool and color fill, I can alpha lock the layer and work with clipping masks as I need, in order to color the different elements more easily. One important thing you can see me do is to alpha lock the layer where my line art is, and color fill some parts so that the lines blend nicely with the rest of the colors. And I also let the white of the canvas be a part of my drawing by playing with negative shapes. The rest is all about working with the 3 colors available plus black, sometimes trying with each of the colors for one thing, until I find the right combination. You can see how I'm allowing the nice texture you can get with this brush to live within the flat colors and shapes. At the end I add a few more details. And this is the final result. I really hope you liked this video and that you decide to join the fun. I can't wait to see what you will create for this month's challenge. Of course, if you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to ask in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more art related videos and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out my Gumroad page, where you will find the Challenge of the Month freebies and many other brush sets for Procreate that I have available. I'm sure something will suit your artistic needs. All the links are in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.